So this is it. Marlon Sanders here. We are live. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We are live. This is the launch manifesto. Here's the manifesto right here. Launch early, launch hard, and launch often. That's it. We have 3 steps here, folks. Number 1 is to launch early. Launch early. That means right now, like earlier than you probably think you're ready, earlier than you think you're gonna maybe get everything done, earlier than you were prepared for, earlier than you thought you were gonna launch early. That's EARLY. Launch early. You see, here's the thing. Every time that you put off profits, it ends up being a bad idea. Like just about every time that I think, no, I'm not going to launch now. I'm going to launch later. I'm not going to launch now. I'm going to launch later. You know what? It ends up being a bad freaking idea. I look back later. I'm like, well, that was dumb. That was stupid. I should have just gone ahead and launched early before I felt I was 100% ready. Launch early before you think you're ready, right? Before the profit slips away. Like every time I delay, oh, no, I'll launch it. I want to be prepared. I'll launch this later. I'll blah, blah, blah. And then I look back later and I'm like, well, that was dumb. I just should have went ahead and launched it. Right. Like somebody else comes out with the same product. Some huge, gigantic, freaking enormous launch comes along. Or it snows in Maine. I don't know. Something comes along and steals your profit. So the solution is the manifesto. The manifesto says, what do? Number 1, you launch early. Launch early. Launch now. Takes 3 hours to spin up a launch. The 3-hour launch spin up, right? Takes 3 hours, 3-hour launch. That's so good. I'm actually writing that down. So the 3-hour launch spin up. That's how long it takes to launch. So launch early. Now, step number 2 is you got to launch hard. After you make the decision to launch early, to launch before you feel like you're prepared, to launch before you feel you figured out everything, to launch before you got all your pages created, to launch before you got everything neatly, perfectionistically done. Launch early. Now, step number 2, if you want maximum profits, now do not do this. This is not for you. Number 1, if you don't want to launch. Well, Marlon, good morning to you. I don't want to launch, because launching, I hear there might be problems or something, and I wanted no pain, no problem, no anything way to I really just want to sit on the sofa, eat bonbons, and watch TV and make money. I mean, if I got to work 20 minutes, all right, that's all right. But, it takes 3 hours to spin up the launch. It's not 20 minutes. So if you want to sit on, I'm just saying, I know that sounds judgmental or something. I'm making a little bit of a light of it. It's true. Some people are like that. I don't know, Marv. It's going to take 20 minutes. It's probably not for me. And I'm like, well, dog, I don't know what to tell you. So number 1, launch early. Number 2, launch hard. When you launch. When you launch. Well, Marlon, what does that mean? When you launch? What the heck does that mean? Well, let me tell you, there's a difference between launching and launching. You see, one is, I'm launching right now. I got a launch going. Yeah, ain't nobody seen it. I ain't made no post. I made one post. I done no live stream on it. I ain't got a sales page for the product. I just put out a 1-2 sentence thing on Facebook. But I'm launching. No, you got to launch early, then launch hard. Launch hard means you go all in. You don't stick your toe in the, well, I don't know, Mark. I'm just going to stick my toe in the launch water. I mean, I'm not going to launch. I'm just going to stick my toe in there and kind of like think and dream and pretend I'm launching, but I'm not actually going to launch. Oh, no, I'll launch. I'll put a tweet out on Twitter. If somebody buys, then a couple people buy. Maybe I'll go ahead and put a post out on Facebook. I don't know why I use that voice. It's just I'm making fun of it. But you do hear these things sometimes. Really, seriously, you do. Honest to God. Launch early, then launch hard. Launch hard means you go all in. You don't hold back. That's what it really means. You just go all in on your launch, right? And sometimes that's tough to do. It's challenging to do. And I mean, sometimes you'll back out of the launch. There are occasions when, like, if you just get no response or anything and you're like, no, this is not worth it, you just go on. You have the right to just go on, right? You have the right, put the launch out there, nobody buys or nobody responds, or it's just it's like ice cold response. You can just go on if you want. That's up to you. But when you launch hard. When you do really decide, okay, I'm launching, then you launch hard. Launch early, launch hard, and launch often is step number 3. Launch often. What does launch often means? Launch often means, let me check who's on now. Somebody commented. If you're on, give me a shout out. Let me know you're on. Appreciate you. Good morning to you. Oh, Adrian, how are you doing? Good morning to you. I guess you're on. Yes, I believe so. Glad you're on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And let's see what else we've got. Rick is on. Okay, great. So you launch early, you launch hard, and launch often. Launch often means you roll from launch to launch to launch, right? That's what launch often means. Now, the more skill you do with this, the more money you make. The better you can come up with product ideas that sell. The better you can write your sales page, your headline, your lead, your sales page. The better you can execute the launch with skill, then the more money that you make, right? But be that as it may, you want to launch early, launch hard, launch often, and then increase your skill, increase your know-how, increase your knowledge, increase the skill. That's why I'm here. That's why I exist. Otherwise, I wouldn't exist. I would just be like, go launch, bye. See you on live stream tomorrow. I'll tell you to go launch again. That's it. We're done. We're complete. Just launch. That's okay. Launching, if you do that, you'll make more money than not launching. But, I'm here to help you increase your knowledge, increase your know-how, increase your wisdom, increase your skill, help you do things better, faster, simpler, easier, and make more money on your launches, right? To know how to do them to make more money. So that's why I'm here. That's why I exist. So this is the Launch Manifesto today. Adrian and Rick, thank you for joining me. I know we have others watching. If you're watching on replay, type replay. If you watch this on replay, watch the bidder in, type bidder in. And but this is the Launch Manifesto. Launch early, launch hard, launch often. And there's a couple corollaries like best as you can, don't doubt your launch, right? Like best as you can, once you go in on it, just go ahead and launch it, right? You don't have to, but usually it's a good idea just to go ahead and commit to your launch, because that first day can be tough. The first day of a launch, sometimes people don't buy. It's tough. You're like, oh God, nobody's going to buy, right? It can be tough. That first day of a launch can be tough, right? So launch early, launch hard, launch often. Don't doubt your launch. Go all in when you do launch. Increase your skill, increase your knowledge, increase your know-how, right? Because then you make more money, and making more money is preferable to making less money. And build your audience. You got to build your audience every day. What are you doing today to build your audience? What are you launching today or this week, right? That's the manifesto. Launch early, launch hard, launch often. Build your audience. Build your email list. How many did you add to your email list, right? I don't know. I can tell you on my list what we've added. Let me see if I can go over there real quick. See what we got going on over here at AWeber. Now, AWeber is not my only list. I have Infusion list also, but let's see here. Let's see just what we've added over here on the AWebers. If I can get that to show up. All right, there we go. We'll put that up on the big screen here. There we go. So we've done 333 in the last 60 days. We have today, we don't show much, but that's no, actually we do. No, today we don't show much, but the day's just beginning. So hopefully by the end of the day, it'll be better than it is right now, right? I hope, right? Okay, so that's it. Launch early, launch hard, launch often. That's our manifesto. Build your audience daily, build your list daily, get the word out, promote hard, and that's it. Listen, you all have a great day. I'll see you all on the live stream tomorrow.